if you were a brand new agent, well, not a brand new agent, but let's say an agent that's doing a bunch of deals and now they're looking to scale, they're looking to get to that next level. Right. What would you say is their first move that they would need? Like, let's say their first 3 moves that they would need to make, in order to, yeah.
So, I mean, the first move is, I think you need to get busy enough where you need the help. You have to have a certain amount of listings, a certain amount of buyers. But, you know, if you're really looking to build a team, you need to focus on the listings. So, I mean, you've heard it before, you got a list to exist. The more listings you have, the more control you have, and the more buyers you're going to bring, because obviously, listings attract buyers. So I would focus first on doing whatever it takes to get as many listings as possible through prospecting, maybe internet leads, cold calling, obviously your sphere, reaching out to your sphere, and obviously past clients. Yeah. So you really need to focus on that to generate listings, list to exist. Once you get busy enough with the listings and you have, enough listings that's generating enough buyers, the first hire I would make, and the first hire that I made was an administrative assistant, because you want to be able to focus on income producing activities. And, putting the buyer paperwork and listing paperwork to the board is not an income generating activity. So you really want to focus on things that bring in the money. You want to be, you want to be on the field. You want to be generating listings. You want to be generating buyer clients. And you want to have somebody doing everything else so that you can focus 100% on that.
Mm-hmm. Money making activities, right? A activities instead of doing B and C activities, and delegate everything 100%. Else. That's good advice. Yeah. Love it.
Yeah. I mean, getting listings and buyers is your highest and best use, and everything else, like installing lock boxes and installing signs and things of that nature, they're not income producing activities, and they're not your highest and best use. So you want to just, pass that off. And you want to leverage yourself as much as possible so that you can focus on the income producing activities.
I know when I hired my first assistant, my business the next year doubled, because I basically delegated everything I didn't want to do. And then, I was just way more productive. Right. So, so now you hire your first assistant, then what?
And I, just to add on that, I think it's about kind of getting rid of that fear, because everyone's afraid of, now I have to pay 40, 50, 60, whatever $1,000 a year. And they're scared of that because it's going to come out of their pockets, but really it's just going to 10x your business for sure.
Absolutely.
So you kind of got to get over that fear and just kind of take that leap of faith. Also, it's going to force you to sell more too, right? The more money you're spending a lot of the time, if you don't produce, you're in deep trouble. So it's going to kind of change your mindset and get you in a more of an abundant mindset, right?
100%.
The third thing I would do is, I would get your first buyer agent. I used to think, and when we first started off, buyer agent meant, you're only doing buyer deals, but, we've kind of shifted from that. And, 3 or 4 years ago, we shifted from that, and they do listings as well. So they're not just buyer agents, they're your actual partners, and, they're actually helping you get listings and buyers, because it's going to help with retention. And it's going to make your team grow faster and bigger. Don't have them this is my opinion. Don't just have them. And this is what's worked for me and worked for us. But I would have them doing everything: listings, buyers, investors. Because if they're more well-rounded and they're making more money, they're probably going to stay with you a lot longer. So you kind of got to look at the big picture as opposed to just what's going to make you more money in the short term.
Yep. Yeah. No, I love it. Love it.